Building a personal brand in 2025 is the fastest way to get insanely rich, but most people do it completely wrong. I've built my own $10 million personal brand from scratch, and today I'm breaking down the exact steps you need to follow to do the same. Anyone can do this, and if you're not doing the things I'll reveal to you in this video, you're leaving millions on the table. Let's break down exactly how to build a profitable personal brand in 2025. Everyone says you should start by picking a niche, but this is the real secret to making millions with a personal brand. There's a lot of high value markets out there like CRMs or household goods like toilet paper, which everyone uses, or there's a lot of B2B marketing categories like AI are untapped when it comes to influencers that can monetize extremely well. One of the highest ad revenue videos I ever created on YouTube was one around AI. See, B2B is an untapped gold mine. Everyone wants to be an influencer for things like fashion, but you know what? You're competing with people who have millions, if not tens of millions of followers. But on the flip side with B2B, a lot of my social accounts don't even have 1 million followers. They have less than that. But companies like PayPal will pay me over $100,000 for a post. Why? Because in B2B, you don't need a lot of followers to monetize. They're all worth much more. And best of all, there's not that much competition, so they don't have a choice of who they're gonna pay. There's a handful of players who are B2B influencers for most verticals compared to B2C. But picking a vertical isn't just about profitability, even though that is an important part, it's also about passion. If you're passionate about something, you'll put in the effort and your content quality will just be much better. So you need to focus on profitability with passion. It's hard to make money without the passion. Next, if you're not doing this with your personal brand, you basically don't exist online. You need to post daily on at least 6 platforms to maximize your reach and engagement. Sprout Social, a social media company, broke down how the average person uses more than 6 social networks per month. And when I say they use, they're actually logging in and using these other platforms. That's why Facebook still does well. You ask a lot of young people, oh, Facebook's dead. But yet they still have Facebook accounts, and every once in a while, they log into it. When you post daily, it gives you the maximum opportunity for your followers to see your content. And your content formats shouldn't just be videos. You want to leverage all format types, from videos to blog posts to podcasts to even images. And you could even use AI-powered tools like HeyGen to translate and scale your content effortlessly into multiple languages, so that way you can target people all around the world and not just people who are speaking English. But the key with all of this is consistency. Again, if you don't post each and every single day, including holidays, because that's non-negotiable, you won't see success. If you look at the people who do well on social media, they're consistent and they've been doing it for many, many years. Having amazing content but posting once a month isn't enough. People just be like, yeah, they have amazing content. Not gonna see them again. You don't wanna be that person. You want amazing content pushed out every day. Here's the best hack to grow your personal brand fast without a lot of extra time or effort. One thing I love doing when I'm posting content is to partner with other influencers on these social platforms. Even if you have 1,000 followers or 2,000 or 5,000 followers, you can do collaborations with other people. So when you post, it also goes on their profile, and when they post, it also goes on your profile. This way, when they post on their profile, some of their followers will check out your profile and start following you. And the same will happen with you. You'll reciprocate that to them. So it creates a win-win scenario. And this is also why I love speaking at both small events and big events. It builds credibility, and you can use a lot of that content on your social profiles, and these events will start promoting that content to all their attendees as well, which will help you get more followers. It's like an in-person collaboration. But you also need to understand that a large personal brand is temporary unless you do this. The key to longevity is to control your own audience. People think it's all about social media followers. If you have a large social following and the algorithms change, you're lucky if 3%, 2%, or 1% of your following even sees your content. So you want to collect an email list. When you collect an email list, this allows you to communicate directly to your audience. And check out this graph that shows the difference of a value of a social media follower versus an email subscriber. As you can see, an email subscriber is worth much more money. And when you use tools like MailChimp, they make it easy for you to collect email subscribers. They'll give you the landing pages, they'll give you the pop-ups, the templates that you need to offer free ebooks and guides and action plans and quizzes, so that way you can collect more email addresses. And then you push your social media followers to go to your website. When you tell them to go check out this ebook or offer, they'll go there and you'll collect more email addresses. If you're struggling to create content to give people in exchange for their email address, you can use tools like ChatGPT or Ubersuggest AI Writer to help you create content for your lead magnets. This way, it makes it easy for you to start coming up with content that people actually want to read. When you collect email addresses, make sure you send out emails each and every single week, at least once, if not 3 times. If you don't send out emails often enough, your list will get stale, and then you're gonna see really terrible deliverability. Finally, once you've built your personal brand, you wanna do these things to make millions of dollars with your audience. The way I monetize my personal brand is through speaking gigs, book deals, and sponsorships. First off, speaking gigs. If I choose to speak, and these days I'm much more selective because I have a family, I can generate over $1 million in speaking fees with no problem. Heck, I can probably generate closer to $2 to $3 million a year in speaking gigs alone. Book deals, published a book called Hustle, New York Times bestseller, $500,000 advance. I have many more offers to continue to publish more books. I just don't want to do it. Sponsorship opportunities, I've been paid countless times by companies like PayPal over $100,000 to just post a video on social media. So when you build a big personal brand, people will reach out to you and constantly look to pay you to endorse their brand or speak at their event or just to get to know you or work with you. And when we look at our ad agency, NP Digital, my personal brand drives roughly $10 million worth of sales each and every single year. In our first year, we did $5 million in sales at our ad agency. All $5 million came from my personal brand. In our second year, we did $18 million in revenue. $10 million came from my personal brand. In our third year, we did over $30 million in revenue, and $10 million came from my personal brand. Now, my personal brand is capped out at roughly $10 million a year, but that's not bad. It all adds up. And you can even do things like affiliate marketing or brand partnerships, which can help you generate passive income. If you look at Alex Hormozi, he has a partnership with School. He wasn't the original founder of School, but he promotes School, and he now is one of the owners of School, which has helped him make more money. That's a great example of a partnership that's a win-win for both people. With affiliate marketing, you can use sites like ClickBank or Commission Junction, find offers, and promote similar products within your space and link to those products within your articles and make money even when you're sleeping. But the key to really making money from a personal brand is to not choose one monetization method, is to choose multiple. One may do well for a certain period of time, one may do well with a certain audience, and another one may do well with a different audience. A great example of this is I could be selling a t-shirt. There's t-shirts that cost $10 and there's t-shirts that cost thousands of dollars. You gotta have options for different types of people. If you follow this blueprint, you'll be on your way to making millions of dollars with your personal brand. But this one thing is what holds most people back from actually accomplishing this goal. Personal brands compound over time. The key is consistency. If you are consistent each and every single day for 3+ years, it compounds. You'll get exponential growth, and that's when you really start making money. The thing is, you gotta stick with it. And this is why, whatever vertical you decide to go after, you have to be super passionate. If you're not passionate, you won't do well. And when you have your passion, stick with it. Don't go off topic. When you go off topic, you'll get more followers in many cases by going broad, but they won't convert into revenue. It's not about having the most amount of followers. It's about being known for one thing in one vertical, and that's how you monetize extremely well. You don't need millions of followers to do that. You don't need millions of followers to make money. Just look at me. I don't have millions of followers on most of my social profiles, but yet I can monetize well. Why? Because I stick with marketing. Whatever vertical you're in, make sure you stand out. You need to differentiate yourself. Doing what everyone else has done before you isn't a great way to build a personal brand. Doing something different, unique, Marvel is a great way to stand out and win.